Hey, friends, Bruce here, and this is the Sentinel Podcast. Friends, what do we do when tragedy strikes so suddenly and swiftly? When that flash flooding hits Central Texas, and especially in the Camp Mystic area, and innocent lives are lost, how do we respond? Where do we go? What do we say? We may be asking questions like, where was God in all of this? We may begin to doubt our own ability to encourage and equip others. Well, let me tell you this, dear friend. You are able. You're able to hang in there, to persevere, and to endure. As a sentinel, a warrior, and a watchman, someone who is aware of his or her surroundings, I know that you're capable. I know that you're capable of bearing the burdens of someone else. And there are plenty of burdens to be shared right now. I know that when we ask questions like, where is God in times like this? I know that we can be reminded that in Psalm 46, verse 1, the Bible tells us that God is a refuge and a strength. He is a present help in times of trouble. Where was God and where is God right now? Oh, my dear friend, he is as close as the mention of his name. He is still a comforter and a caregiver. He is still the compassionate one. And while so many innocent lives were lost in that devastating tragedy, we can be sure of this, that those precious young children who perished in that tragedy are safe in the arms of God right now. Now, that certainly is not going to comfort the parent very much right now, but maybe in the coming days, they will really hold on to that wonderfully rich truth that God holds those innocent children safe in his arms. I know during recent times I've shared this particular book. It's a book written by John MacArthur. It's called Safe in the Arms of God. I've shared that book with others. It has encouraged them and helped them. It's encouraged me over the years. Maybe it'll do the same for you. I know that when innocent life is lost like that, God has a special place for them very close to him. And in those who are grieving and hurting, painfully so right now, we ought to be patient and encourage them with our presence and as time goes on with our words. Maybe we can provide the kind of inspiration to them by modeling the kind of courage and bravery of moving forward and not giving up, knowing that we can walk with them through the valley. And this may indeed feel like the valley of the shadow of death for so many right now. But you and I can act as under shepherds, if you will, as caregivers and comfort providers during these difficult days. And I know that you are equipped, capable to do just that. You know, you are here for such a time as this, as a brother or a sister, as a burden bearer, to be there for those who are grieving and hurting. This kind of tragedy in Central Texas is the kind of tragedy that shakes America to the core. It shakes America to the core because we know that as people of faith and family and freedom, that life is precious to us because we have this rich faith, because we know that family is important to us and we enjoy the wonderfully rich freedom that our faith and our families have had. And so when something like this comes and tears families apart, it hurts. It hurts all of us. And so when you pray for those who are grieving, know that those prayers matter and God hears your prayer. Know that God is a very present help in times of trouble. So you pray, even as you help to bear their burdens, you pray that God comforts them in their time of need and hurt. I encourage you to be patient. I encourage you to persevere. I encourage you to hang in there. I encourage you to be the kind of sentinel that God's called you to be. A sentinel is a protector and a provider. So you be out there on the front lines like so many have been and still are. I know that those rescue teams in Texas, I know the Coast Guard, I know that Samaritan's Purse and so many others are doing exactly what they're equipped to do. They have been there heroically, sacrificially, and doing all that they can to rescue and to provide hope. And I know that wherever you are, you can be part of a rescue team that provides comfort and care to those who are hurting, that you can lend a helping hand, that you can lend a heart that is full of prayer and of love. My dear friend, during times like these, we must stick together. We must hang in there together. We know that, well, as a team here in America, we are interdependent on one another. While we may be dependent on God, we're interdependent with one another. We need each other. We're like a body. We have arms and legs and hands and fingers and feet, and we need one another. Let's not give up on each other, not during difficult days like this. My friend, like the Bible says about Esther, who was there for such a time as this, you are here for such a time as this. So you hang in there. May God bless you. May God watch over, provide comfort for, and strength in all the tragedy that has taken place in Central Texas. May God bless those families who have lost loved ones. May God bless those families that are searching for loved ones. May God be a very present help in times of trouble. And my friend, may this be a reminder of how fragile life really is. So fragile that it can be lost in a moment. So let's take our precious time in taking care of those things that are important, imperative, and making sure that those values of faith, family, and freedom are still held high with integrity and with honor. I'm also reminded as I wrap this up that the Bible tells us in Psalm 139 that we are all fearfully and wonderfully made. The Bible also tells us that every one of us, every man, woman, boy, and girl is created in the image of God. And that's not just an image as in it's a label that we wear. It's not a t-shirt that I put on. It's a reality, made in the image of God. That's a precious privilege that you and I have. So you hang in there. You think about who you are today and how you might be a burden bearer for those who are walking through the valley of the shadow of death, because they sure need us right now. Thank you for being a sentinel. God bless you. God bless those families in Central Texas. God bless America.